What did you find out about your child's daycare that made you see red? I found the bruise during bath time. Mila was splashing in the tub when I noticed it. Purple and yellow, the shape of a hand, right between her shoulder blades. Baby, what happened? She looked at me with those big brown eyes. Owie, daddy. That's all she could say. She was 2. I called the daycare first thing the next morning. The director said Mila had fallen off the slide. I asked how a fall from a slide leaves finger-shaped bruises on her back. She said children bruise easily. I said I wanted to file a report. She said she'd look into it. 3 days later, she called back. We reviewed the situation. There's no evidence of any wrongdoing. I asked to see the camera footage. She said their cameras don't cover the playground. I asked which teacher was supervising. She said she couldn't share staff information. Every question I asked hit a wall, but the bruise wasn't the thing that broke me. It was what came after. Mila stopped being Mila. She stopped laughing, stopped dancing to her favorite songs, started waking up screaming at 2 a.m., and whenever I reached toward her, she flinched. My baby flinched at her own father. Someone had done something to my daughter, and I was going to find out who. I pulled Mila out the next morning, found another daycare across town, but I couldn't let it go. Over the next month, I became someone I didn't recognize. I made a fake Facebook account, joined every parent group connected to that daycare, started messaging people. Most ignored me. Some told me to move on, but a few responded. A mom named Keisha said her daughter had come home with a black eye 6 months ago. The daycare said she ran into a door. A dad named Victor said his son started having panic attacks after his first week. The daycare said he was overstimulated. All the kids were toddlers, all barely able to talk, all had injuries or behavior changes the daycare explained away. Then Keisha sent me something that changed everything. Her nanny cam at home had caught something after pickup one day. Her daughter, alone in her room, crying and repeating the same word over and over between sobs. Carla, Carla, Carla. Carla was the lead toddler teacher. I took everything to the police. 5 families, photos, audio, patterns. The detective heard me out, then leaned back in his chair. Look, I understand you're upset, but none of this is actionable. We can't arrest someone because a 2-year-old said their name. So what am I supposed to do? Honestly? Hope she makes a mistake someone can prove. I left the station and sat in my car for 20 minutes. Then I made a decision that could have ruined my life, but I didn't care anymore. I was going to get that proof myself. I got a job at the daycare, used my real name, couldn't fake a background check, but I shaved my head, grew out a beard. I'd only done pickup twice when Mila was there. My wife handled mornings. I was betting no one would remember my face. I told them I had 2 years of experience at a daycare in another state. They didn't verify. They were short-staffed. Everyone was short-staffed. They put me in the toddler room as a floater. First day, I met Carla. She was exactly what you'd expect. Bubbly, warm, the kind of person parents trust instantly, but I watched her every day, taking notes in my head. On day 4, I noticed something. Every time a kid got fussy, Carla would take them to the quiet room, a small space off the main classroom, no windows, no cameras. The door had a lock. I started keeping my phone on record whenever I was near that room. On day 6, a little girl named Ava started crying during nap time. Carla scooped her up, smiled at me. I'll calm her down in the quiet room. I waited 30 seconds, then followed. The door was cracked. I pushed it open slowly, and I saw Carla with her hand over Ava's mouth. The little girl's eyes were wide with terror. Carla was whispering something I couldn't hear. I held up my phone, recorded everything. Carla saw me and froze. Then her face twisted into something ugly. Who are you? I didn't answer. I just backed out of the room and kept recording. Called the police from the parking lot. Sent the video to every parent whose number I could find. By sunset, the daycare was surrounded by news vans. Carla is in prison now. 8 years. The daycare doesn't exist anymore. 22 families filed reports after the video went public. 22 kids. Who knows how many more never said anything. Mila is doing better. She's 4 now. Laughs at cartoons. Dances in the kitchen while I make breakfast. Most days, she's just my little girl again. But sometimes I catch her staring at nothing. And sometimes when I reach for her too quickly, she still flinches. Just for a second. Then she remembers it's me, and she smiles. That flinch is what I think about at night. That half second where my daughter is still scared of hands. I caught the person who did it. I got justice. But I couldn't undo what was done. No father can. You just hold them tighter and hope the good days outnumber the bad.